Hi everyone, my name is Marina and I'm very happy to see you here on my YouTube channel. Today's practice will be gentle and slow with a focus on upper back and shoulders. It will be perfect for those who experience tension and stiffness in this area. It will help you to improve your posture, to feel lightness in the upper body and space across the chest. It can also be a gentle warm-up before your deeper back bend practice. No equipment is required. If you're ready, let's come into the seated position with the feet a little bit ahead of you, knees bent. Place your hands behind your back, fingers facing away from you. On the inhale, lift through the chest up, open wide across the collarbones. On the exhale, around your back and bring the chin slightly towards the chest. We'll do this a few more times as you follow your own breathing. Every time rounding into the back a little bit deeper and lifting through the heart a little bit higher. Awakening the energy along the spine, warming up into our back. One last time. Well done. Make your way down onto your back. Crunch the chest and shoulders up, coming into this modified low boat position with the feet remaining on the mat. Your lower back remains on the floor. You're only lifting through the chest and shoulders up and forward, creating the warmth in the abdominal muscles, strengthening our core, the center of the body that plays such an important role in our life. And then lower down onto your back, lift the hips up into the bridge pose. Keep your feet hip distance apart, inner thighs parallel to one another. Engage into the glutes and hamstrings to lift the hips a little bit higher up. Continue breathing slow and deep. Bring your hips down. Let's do this one more time. Crunch the chest up into the low boat. 30 more seconds here. Hard work. Feel the activation through the core. You're doing great. Just a few more breaths. And release. Let's take the hips up into the bridge pose one more time. This time you can choose to interlace the fingers behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and lift through the chest and hips a little bit higher up. As you hold this pose, remember to always look up and just listen to my guidance. Wonderful. Bring the hips down. Hug the right knee into the chest, extend your left leg onto the floor. We'll continue with the belly twist. Bring the right knee over towards the left. Your knee doesn't have to touch the floor. Extend the right arm out and look over the right shoulder. Focus on your breathing. Roll onto your back and let's change the sides. Left knee towards the chest. And now the belly twist. Left knee comes down to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Belly twist might feel a little bit tighter today because we do it in the beginning of the practice. Roll onto your back, hug both knees into the chest, and now make your way up onto the standing position. Feet hip distance apart. Fold forward as you bend into your knees, relax your head down. On the inhale, lift halfway up, keep the knees bent, open through the chest and lift the tailbone back and up. Exhale, release down fully. Inhale, lift up and feel for the muscular engagement through the entire back. We'll do this 7 more times. On the inhale, we open wider through the chest. On the exhale, we soften down into the standing forward fold. Keep your knees nicely bent. Follow your breathing. Just one more time here. Bring the hands behind your head in this position. Close your elbows down and relax your head. And then open the elbows as wide apart as possible, opening through the chest and collarbones. One more time. Exhale, release down. Once again, relax into your neck and shoulders. Keep the knees bent. Bring the hands back behind your head. Tuck the chin to the chest. And very slowly, one vertebra at a time, begin to roll up to standing. Inhale, grow taller, lift through the arms up. Exhale, hands onto your hips, standing back bend. Push the hips forward, lift through the chest up. And whenever you are ready, slowly come up to standing. Step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach through the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, step back into the plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, easy cobra, keep the shoulders down. And inhale, back and up into the downward facing dog. If necessary, keep your knees nicely bent here and try to find the length through your back. Actively push the floor away through the hands and lift through the sit bones back and up. Focus on your breathing. Now bring your knees down, sit your hips onto the heels. Inhale, interlace the fingers behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest up, pull the stomach in and hold it here a little bit longer, creating this beautiful space all across the chest. Now bring your fists by the side of your body around the waist. And might be extend your head in the same direction where your hands are, to the same side. Feeling for a beautiful stretch running from your ear through the neck, all the way through the shoulder. Reach the arms back and let's change the sides. Wrap your hands around the other side and extend your head to the same direction where your hands are. Rise up to the center, keep the fingers interlaced behind your back as you fold forward into this modified child's pose. Unclasp the hands and reach them forward over your head as we take a few more breaths in the child's pose. With the next inhale, round into your back as you shift forward towards the cobra. Lower the hips down. Exhale, come down towards the floor with the chest lift through the hips back and up as you push towards the child's pose. A few more times. Round into your back, arrive into cobra. You can keep the elbows bent and press through the hips back into the child's pose. Fluid flowing movements along your breathing for the health of your spine. One more time, lift up into cobra, and this time lower down onto the mat. Bring your hands onto the fingertips farther apart and ahead of you, and a few times lift up into cobra as your head rolls from side to side if it feels good for you. Remember to always keep your shoulders down and might be lifting just halfway up, as high as your back allows you. Wonderful. Bring the forearms onto the mat, elbows underneath your shoulders or even farther forward if this feels a little too intense for your back. We are coming into the Sphinx pose, or might be hovering Sphinx pose as we lift the elbows slightly off the floor. This will be a more intense back bend. Remember that we want to pull the hands back towards the feet as we lift through the chest up and continue breathing through the nose. Release. Hands next to the chest as you lift yourself back into the child's pose. Wonderful. Relax into your hips. If you're ready, let's come into the tabletop and we'll go just for a few more cat and cow movements here, because these movements can never be enough for the spine. They always feel amazing. A few more times here alongside your breathing. Inhale as we lift up through the chest. Exhale as we round the back. Beautiful. Still in the tabletop position, let's lower the forearms down onto the floor, parallel to one another and short edge of the mat. From here, stabilize your hips, pull the stomach in. We'll be lifting through one elbow up, opening through the chest to the side and bringing the forearm down. 3 more times on this side. As we go through these movements, make sure that you do not move your hips. Your hips are facing down to the mat. Let's try it on the other side. So now lifting through the other elbow up and opening through the chest to the side. One last time. Now come up onto your hands. From here, first walk your left hand forward and lower slightly through the side of your body down. Come back up. Walk your right hand forward, pull the stomach in, twist open and lower through the side body down. We'll do this 4 more times. This should give you a really nice stretch through the side of your shoulder, through the side of your back. Try to pull onto your hands slightly towards your feet to make the stretch even more intense. Right now I'll show you where I'm feeling the stretch. Yes, running through the side. Quite intense. Once again, try not to allow your hips to wiggle too much. Wonderful. Puppy pose. So walk your hands forward. Might be just here. Your head doesn't touch the floor or forehead to the floor. It might feel like more than enough stretch for your shoulders. If available, then bring the chest and chin towards the mat. This definitely will feel like a deeper stretch through the shoulders. Follow your breathing, don't force the stretch. With the next inhale, slowly make your way back up onto your hands. And let's take child's pose one more time. This time might be extend your arms alongside your legs, wherever you feel most relaxed and comfortable. If you notice any unnecessary tension remaining in your body, with the next exhale, soften, release. If you are ready, inhale as you slowly come up to seated. Sweep your arms up and through the sides. Exhale deep as you release them down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift through the arms up, sit tall. Exhale deep as you release the arms down. Inhale, rise. And exhale. Bring your hands onto the thighs, palms open up. Try to maintain a good posture. Sit tall with your back straight, the chest open, a little awareness through the center of your body. Notice how good it feels. This is the end of our today's practice. So with the next inhale, lift through the arms up. Exhale, bring them to the heart center. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste, and thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope this short practice made you feel much better, more relaxed, and at the same time more confident, with a better posture, more lightness and strength in your upper body. Please subscribe to my channel, press that like button if you enjoyed this video. I'll really appreciate your support, and I cannot wait to see you back on the mat again.